On.
Welcome back to Smoker Fire.
Welcome everyone back to the Smoker Fire Show. I am your host, Jack Alexander. Alongside me, as always, is Owen Colshaw Klein, and maybe to the left, most likely at this point, is Alex Bean. Walter's in the building.
That's
the
me.
NBA season is officially upon us. We just got through the first two nights of the NBA season, and we are already seeing just a massive amount of historic performances through VJ Edgecombe, through Victor Wembanyama. We will be talking about all of those players in the next 90 minutes, likely less. We'll see how long it takes. Before that, to begin, I'm going to send this over to Alex.
It's Spill the Beans time.
Spill the bean.
We're here to talk about the big thing, and I'm going to hand Owen. Owen is more well versed on this. But Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier have both been arrested for gambling, and the FBI is taking it very seriously.
And these are two separate
things.
Yeah.
Not on the same team. They have no correlation to each other. Terry Rozier's in Miami, never played for Chauncey Billups, never played on the Trailblazers, and Chauncey Billups is all over in Portland. And now both of these, I don't even know what this means. I know what it means for
different
Miami.
sides of the country.
I know what it means for Miami because Terry Rozier wasn't playing anyway, but like, what do you do when your coach gets arrested and is under investigation?
And I was also told by other fellow Twitter merchants, Tiago Splitter is the new head coach.
You would be correct on that one, Jack. And we will start, before we get to the Tiago Splitter side of this, we'll start with how we got here. And shout out Pickett
He got
Sports.
a whole ass PowerPoint right now.
He does, because he did a deep dive on this. Because, for context, you guys, I work an internship in my final semester of school, and I was driving to said internship this morning when I got a notification from the beautiful sleeper app that our very own Jack Alexander runs the Smoker Fire Fantasy Basketball
Mr.
League on.
Commish.
Yeah, Commish, as I refer to him, and apparently that's a new term for all of you. That's a whole other conversation. That I got a notification that Terry Rozier was being investigated for gambling. And I kid you not, I laughed for maybe 5 straight minutes out loud in my car because that's hilarious that he got arrested for being ass at basketball. But then you remember, he was implicated in this. He's been, NBA and Bean, you can attest to this. He threw a game in March, and the NBA's been investigating him since March of last season. So about
Correct.
7 months now. So that's not new. We knew that was going to happen. It's just a matter of when the NBA finished their investigation because they take their sweet-ass time with these investigations. We know that. These things take forever. Kind of like these court proceedings are going to take forever here. But to quick summarize for you, you guys can see the tweet on the screen. Rozier was involved in sports betting. Chauncey Billups was involved in rigging poker games. And the context of Terry Rozier throwing the games, as we mentioned, in March leaves with an injury, and under bettors that night hammered all of his unders because he left after 9 minutes with a fake foot injury that they covered up, right? He went back to the house, and this house, for anyone who's confused, was run by Mafia. There's 4 families involved. I do not have the names off the top of my head because I remember, but there are 4.
You don't want to say their names. That'll not be good.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm just gonna say there are 4 Italian. They have Italian last names, so there are 4 Italian mafia families. They were the ones who were printing money. They were the ones who were printing money at the expensive. They are the Rozier and bettors. That's who they are in this situation. The poker games. You guys have seen this. The celebrity poker games that we see on TV or marketed all the time, all over the place, are just a huge thing, right? This was targeted for Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones, Damon Jones was in the league for 3 years. He played on some of LeBron's early Cavs teams when he was a rookie, from the ages of 20 to 23. So Bron's second through 5th seasons, his first stint in Cleveland, right? He's involved in this. He hasn't been in the limelight in a decade and a half. We kind of, unless you're ball knowers like we are, you forgot who this guy was, right? He's been involved in both. He was directly involved in both. But the reason this is so weird is because they use things like X-ray vision contacts and electronic counting cards things, which I don't know if you two play poker or blackjack at all, but counting cards is highly frowned upon by casinos. That's how the people win. That's obviously what the house doesn't want. So that's how these people, including Chauncey Billups, finessed normal people like you, me, and Jack into losing hundreds of thousands of dollars and defrauding them.
Why did I have to get outed?
Well, I'm saying people like they scammed common people like you, me, and Jack. That's what I mean. Like
You're
normal,
saying
regular
you as
people.
in Alex or you as in the listener? Because if it's the listener, then
Either one.
I got outed.
We're all common people. So that's the crux of what it is. And the Damon Jones thing, this is a whole separate. This is kind of what tipped him off is that he told bettors before a 2023 game that Bron wasn't going to play hours before Bron, because you guys know this. NBA injury reports don't come out till 90 minutes to 2 hours before tip.
Depending on the injury, yeah,
More or less.
Yeah. And so they made this information available to bettors, to insider bettors, before LeBron was publicly known that he was going to be out. And the even crazier part about all of this is that Gilbert Arenas is involved. He allegedly snitched because the poker games, we'll circle back here, the poker games that were played here were played at an LA residence owned by Gilbert Arenas, right? So there's two layers of a conspiracy theory here. Is either Gilbert Arenas was approached by the FBI and it's like, hey, if you rat out these people, we won't bring you to jail. He basically would become an informant. Or he snitched on his own free will, which is highly unlikely because why would you out this many people when you have everything to lose and you are the center of this investigation?
Yeah, he had to be an informant.
100%. There's really no way. And I will bring you to court documents.
Damn.
Yeah, I went all the way in, boys. So if you look at these court documents, right? These are the games where, like, you know how the Blazers were tanking last year. NBA doesn't want teams to tank. Of course, we know this, but they do it anyway. See Nico Harrison getting the first overall pick after trading a generational player for more details. The whole crux of this is that Chauncey Billups was pulling players out of games to try to lose. Like, this is basically, now that Chauncey Billups is in the limelight, he's getting exposed for tanking. Like, because you notice how many owners tank and never get called out for it publicly like this? Like, the Jazz have been tanking for years. They have new ownership. They're still probably tanking. And you look at these court documents. I'm trying to figure out which one it is. There's, it has the years that Chauncey Billups played, and it has the years he coached without actually directly saying his name. That's the dead giveaway that he was named in an affidavit. So there is that, as well as what set this whole thing off. I'll pull the screen share back so I can start talking again. Is Terry Rozier was handcuffed this morning, and this is alleged. Everything we say is alleged because these are just details that have been made publicly available. This is a federal case, so we're only going to get details as we know it, right? Allegedly, Terry Rozier was handcuffed by his ankles and his hands and escorted to, I don't know if it was Charlotte PD, I don't know where they booked him, but he was in his Hornets gear, Bean. So imagine Terry Rozier. Imagine Terry Rozier in like a black cutoff hoodie with like a Hornets logo and shorts.
What's he doing wearing Hornets gear? He got arrested this morning, right?
Yeah, he was wearing a Hornet. Allegedly, he was wearing a Hornets gear.
Why was he in Hornets gear?
I don't know. This is all alleged. This is
Bro
what I've
ain't
seen.
even on the team. He's been in Miami.
Yeah, and they booked Billups. Same thing. They didn't cuff him by his ankles, but they booked him and took him to Portland. And one more thing, because again, there's so many layers. This is basically an onion. This is like tip of the iceberg situation here. There were 34 people that were indicted across this whole thing, excluding Terry Rozier, Chauncey Billups, and Damon Jones, right? So that begs the question, and I'll leave it to you two. That begs the question, who do those 34 people know, and who do those people that those 34 people know, and how many layers to this are there? Is LeBron involved? Is this an old Jordan gambling debt that maybe came back to light 30 years later? Like,
Oh, wow.
Dude, if LeBron's involved, we will never know. We will never hear about it. That's going to get swept under the rug immediately.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is, The NBA knew about it the whole time. Like the whole Brian Windhorst went on one of ESPN's programs today and basically is like, the NBA knew about this the whole time and they covered it up until the FBI caught wind of it and started to dig into it more. So the NBA knew about this the whole time.
So what does that say about the NBA?
It's the same thing as the conspiracy theory that the NBA in the 90s sent Jordan to baseball because he had gambling debts and they were worried that they were going to have to blackball him from the league for his gambling debts. So they just had him take a leave of absence to go play baseball for 2 years.
Right.
Well, that got resolved. It's kind of the same energy there. So I don't know what you guys know. That's the simplest way I can explain it to the people. But if you guys have any other insight, go ahead. Anything?
Other than you laid it out really well. So if the NBA knows about this, which they obviously do, and they knew about this, it makes sense on specifically with the fact that betting companies have been pushed for the last year heavily, and hiding stuff like this makes sense for the NBA. And it's not the first time they've done it either.
It's $1 billion industry. They can do whatever they want, and we wouldn't know about it.
I hate that.
If you believe the Jordan theory that his first retirement was to cover up the gambling situation that he had, and
it could make sense. Like it's not a ridiculous conspiracy theory.
It's a bad look though.
Yeah, that's definitely one of those conspiracy theories, especially around the NBA at least. That Jordan that whole situation and him going to the baseball, and he just didn't fit there.
It didn't make sense.
Everyone is made to be something. Jordan was obviously made to be a NBA player. He was not made to be an MLB player. He just looked obviously just getting into a pros league. It's going to be extremely difficult for anyone who.
He also wasn't good.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But I'm not even saying like that. I'm not even talking about how he played. Just the way that he. Excuse me. The way that he presented himself, just his quote unquote aura, like when he was when he was a White Sox, everything was completely different. So him going to the MLB isn't normal. It's not like some dream that he had. That's at least what I believe. That's what my point is. I don't think that he did it because he just wanted to fulfill a dream. I think it is a cover up. I think it is. He needed to have a reason to retire and go do something else. Should have been golf. If anything, it should have been golf.
Yeah.
I don't know why you went to the MLB, but anyway.
There's two more layers to this. So you guys, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Silver went on ESPN as well, and literally outright was like, "We're going to talk to our partners, i.e., FanDuel, DraftKings, insert sportsbook there." And he's like, "We've asked them to scale back the prop bets because this whole thing, the whole big convoluted thing I just explained, all circles back to the Jonte Porter incident, the one way back last season."
See what you've done, Jonte Porter. Was it worth it?
That's what I'm saying, and it begs the question. Terry Rozier makes, what is it, boys, 26 or 36 million? It ends in a 6.
26.
26.
This year. He's made 160 million in his NBA career, and he basically sold his soul for 200 grand in prop bets. He gets paid like 320 grand a game, and he sold his soul for. So
there has to be something more than that, because
yes,
I'm not going to just sit here and assume that this guy's an idiot, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For all we know, it could be gambling. That's like Jordan. He could be paying stuff off the way Jonte Porter was rumored to, because Jonte Porter had gambling debts. So, and there's one more thing here, and this is kind of a funny one. This circles back to Drew making a. If you guys haven't seen our videos, our own Drew, our resident Canadian, did a Trump impression. Very gay. I don't like it. You can go, but you can see our previous video for that. I'm sure there'll be a screenshot of that on the screen later. Apparently Stephen A. Smith went after Trump, being like, Trump's trying to come after the NBA because if Trump's going to go behind bars, he wants everybody else to go behind bars. And who's he going to go after? People in one of the highest profitable leagues in America. I'm pretty sure the NBA is the second most profitable league of the 4 major we have in the country aside from the NFL. So there's that. Like I said, there is 16 different conspiracy. This is a whole spider web of things, and we're not going to know the full details of this probably until the end of next calendar year, if that. That's assuming they get this investigation done quickly, because they got Terry's done in 6, which is funny because the NBA found him clear of wrongdoing, but then the FBI came in and is like,
Of course,
yeah,
the
this
NBA found him.
yeah, the NBA's like, oh yeah, we didn't see anything. No, we didn't see anything. And the FBI's like, yep, this guy was working with the mafia. Let's get his ass, and we're gonna handcuff him. We're gonna handcuff him in Orlando in street clothes.
So what happens when they can prove that the NBA knew about it? What happens to the NBA? What happens to the league? What happens to all the teams?
It's like unstoppable force meets immovable object, because you have the literal U.S. government versus, again, like I said, the second most profitable multi-billion-dollar organization is the NBA. So you know what I mean? Like, it's unstoppable force meets immovable object. This is going to be a stalemate.
Great terminology. I love that.
Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it in simple terms.
So I think the unstoppable force would end up doing something at some point, right?
Yes, theoretically. Somebody will win. It's just going to be long, drawn out, and convoluted like every court case is.
We
You
might
said
lose Adam Silver.
Okay, hold on. If Kawhi is still playing after getting his salary under the table,
the Kawhi thing and a complete spider web of NBA betting and gambling issue that was swept under the rug by Adam Silver will be very different in terms of the overall
Magnitude.
Yeah, the magnitude of it. It's not gonna go well if this comes out that Adam Silver knew all about this and was just sweeping it under the rug.
You said something about if Trump is going to go under bars or behind bars, then he wants everyone else to go behind bars. Do you want to dive deeper into what you meant by that?
I mean, that's a conspiracy theory. That's Stephen A. Because remember, Stephen A. Smith is beefing with LeBron. So we know this guy loves attention. And sometimes Stephen A. Smith makes shit up. We know that, right? But the theory I think he's working with, because we know Stephen A. wants to go to politics. You guys know that. He's stated that. He's made that very clear, right? He's going to, maybe this is him soft launching a campaign by being like, I'm going to go after this guy because I'm a millionaire too. He loves millionaires. He's less likely to step to me because he knows I have a platform too. Because the whole issue is these millionaires pick on the common man because they know the common man's not going to do jack diddly shit about it, right? And what scares the shit out of Trump is other millionaires airing his stuff out and people that he can't just bully into submission. You know what I mean? That's the whole theory here is Stephen A. Smith is like, Trump's just trying to get people thrown in jail to kind of get rid of his dirty laundry and kind of move on with that chapter of his life is the whole theory there. I didn't read too much into that because I kind of saw that one late.
Well, even though if it is happening literally, then
yeah,
I don't really get that statement. But because if they're doing illegal stuff, they're doing illegal stuff and they're going to get prosecuted for it.
Yeah, and again, it'll be all of this. We won't figure this out probably until 2027 at the earliest, I'd imagine.
Damn, what
there's
a hell of a seed right there. That's a hell of a seed.
There's 34 co-conspirators aside from the 3 key names I just named. So there's going to be several different court cases. Actually, I think Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups had court this morning, so we won't find out about that for X amount of months. So that's kind of the whole thing. Is it's basically the mafia's like, you're gonna fake an injury and we're gonna get paid.
Wow,
is the whole crux of it. So it's.
I wonder how that just happens. Like, do they go up to him like at the arena? Do they go up to him at his house? How does the
wherever
mafia
he is, you just wait till you find him.
Like you know how like stereotypically the mafia are like cartoony bad guys will wait outside an alley next to a dumpster.
It
had to be some shit like that, or it had to be like a block number that called Terry is like, hey, like
in a muffled
Terry.
voice, dark like
In
heavy voice.
Keep in mind, this all happened in Charlotte.
Terry, we need you to pay your gambling debts. Fake an injury right now, Or your wife gets it, you just hear his wife like screaming in the background or something straight out of a movie.
Rachel.
Right, my Shayla. That's obviously too outlandish, but with the amount of stuff that I just unpacked in the 15 minutes of breaking this down, you're ruling nothing out. You're ruling absolutely nothing out. Because again,
so this is going way deeper than I imagined.
Yeah, I kid you not. When I got the Terry notification, I laughed. I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, surely this doesn't lead to anything else. Surely nobody else is implicated. And this is one isolated incident. The Chauncey Billups one is just like.
So how is Jonte Porter?
This is, I think,
related
it's just,
to this situation.
That was just like what got the ball rolling.
Yeah.
So they noticed one thing, and it's like, oh wait.
And then it was Malik. Then it was Malik Beasley.
Yeah, Malik Beasley.
Then it was Terry.
Hey, Malik Beasley was cleared.
Why is he unemployed? Why is he still unemployed?
Because no team can really afford to sign him unless he takes a minimum. I don't think any team can pick him up right now. I think most teams are full on roster spots. You'll probably have a team where they go with an injury and then they're like, oh hey, we need Malik Beasley.
He's totally a Sixer.
Okay, would you rather have Russell Westbrook at this point of his career, or would you rather have Malik Beasley, who, if it wasn't for Anthony Edwards, would have led the league in 3-pointers?
Honestly, for a team like the Kings, it doesn't matter. They have DeMar and they're just chasing names.
Again, they have DeMar, they have Zach LaVine, they have these extremely heliocentric type of players.
I want to talk
a catch and shoot guy, someone who does
a
little bit of 3-and-D. That would be kind of a perfect.
We'll get to that in a second, but I'm gonna put this out there. Malik Beasley's totally a Sixer. We talked about the Sixers.
Do they need another?
They don't need another guard.
Another one.
You literally were in the clip where I broke down my Rookie of the Year pick, which you guys will have to go watch that video. I'm not going to spoil it for you here.
Oh, Chauncey Billups has been released from custody.
Bang! Live reaction. Well, in the clip where I picked my Rookie of the Year, you literally go, there's a good chance that 90% of this team's guards and players will be injured at some point during the year. Mm. Did you not?
I did, but I don't think it's. I think out of their 50 guards, doesn't make sense to add another one.
Well, it's just going to be you need a body. I don't even think it's going to be like we need a functional player. We just need a body to go play for us in Denver on a Tuesday night in December.
God, I hope he doesn't end up in Philly.
I don't think he will, but with the way that team is, or who knows, maybe he comes back to Detroit after the way they played last night. I feel like that's a good segue into our
you guys want to hear what Chauncey Billups' attorney said about all this?
Yes, read us the statement live.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I didn't read it, but I saw that they released a statement.
I haven't heard this, so
anyone who knows Chauncey Billups knows he's a man of integrity. Men of integrity do not cheat and defraud others. To believe that Chauncey Billups did what the federal government is accusing him of is to believe that he would risk his Hall of Fame legacy, his reputation, and his freedom. Isn't that what every criminal does outside of the famous ones?
Yes, this is ChatGPT's statement.
Yeah. Furthermore, Chauncey Billups has never and would never gamble on basketball games, provide insider information, or sacrifice the trust of his team and the league, as it would tarnish the game, as he has devoted his entire life to. Chauncey Billups has never backed down. He does not plan to do so now. He will fight these allegations with the same tenacity that marked his 28-year career. Oh, I guess we're talking about coaching, too.
Yeah.
We look forward to our day in court. They look forward to the day in court? Are you joking?
Jack, you read that like a movie trailer. You read that in
oral.
to it
so they can prove him wrong.
Because it's super dramatic and, again, like you were saying, very ChatGPT. I've been to court. I've testified. Being at court sucks ass. You do not look forward to going to court. I promise you that, especially when you are the one who's being prosecuted.
Here's my issue with it is you guys saw the initial tweet that I posted with the rundown. It never mentioned anything about Billups rigging games. This is strictly about him defrauding people in poker games. So that's a whole, like I said, that's a whole other thing. And I'll say something to that. It was a little bit suspicious, and Blazers fans, there was a tweet that said this is a top 3 day in history on Twitter for Blazers fans. And it was because they were just pulling up receipts because like there was a game, I don't remember what the date was, but Denny Advia had 37 and was cooking, right? He and Shaden Sharp mysteriously get pulled out of the game and the Blazers lose.
Mm-hmm.
This happens last night. They mysteriously get pulled out of the game. Wolves take care of business, right? So, like I said, that gets brought more to light because of the gambling allegations. And the cherry on top, and you guys are going to get a kick out of this, is he said at the end of his presser, he's like, I'm just going to play the games out and let the chips fall where they may. Mind you, this is before everything came out. So your coach saying chips fall where they may and then getting implicated was just a whole nother element to it. It's kind of one of those where it's like you can't trust a word he says, and I wonder if he knew this was coming. Like I just don't know. And
I feel like I'm with the listeners right now. Like the way that you presented everything, I feel like everyone else who's watching this on screen. Like I don't really know anything about this information. You just kind of like took the balls and twisted it yourself.
I had to clutch up for the people. And there is this. Now, mind you, this is, how old is Terry Rozier? Can someone get me an age check real quick?
He's 35. No, 31.
Okay, this was 13 years ago. So this was tweeted around the time he was a teenager.
Years ago, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's actually more than that. Yeah, it'd be
a little more by a few months.
Yeah,
13-year-old Terry Rozier.
Yeah, 18-year-old Terry Rozier tweeting, I bet. And naturally, I'm just kidding, no. That's the whole...
we know.
That's the whole... Mind you, that guy Sir Yacht right there, he's a Cleveland fan, so interpret that how you'd like. But that's the even funnier part is
What does Terry Rozier have to do with Cleveland?
But I'm saying, though, it's just funny that a Cleveland fan is chirping somebody for doing something shitty when their sports teams, aside from the Cavs, have been dookie for years. But back to what the whole thing was the Blazers made media available last night. And again, this is when the Billups let the chips fall where they may thing comes out, right? And within the next 12 hours, they cancel media, and there's clips of Dame leaving the facility in a Cybertruck. Players finished practice and just dipped. No post-practice media. They didn't say a word about it. They just dipped. Wow. So, like, the question is, what implications does this have for, the Blazers? Because, lost in all of this is the organization that's tied to this man with their head coach. Probably former head coach.
Well, I mean, you could say the same thing about the Raptors.
That one's a little bit less
Porter
profile, because this is their head coach. Jonte Porter was a bench guy. So, but I get it.
You just fire him and move on.
That is
every year anyway.
That's an actual phenomenal segue, Jack, because there was a tweet that they announced their new interim head coach, and I'm sure you guys have absolutely zero idea who this man.
Well,
nobody has any idea who this guy is. Nobody. Apparently, basketball Twitter has no idea who this guy is.
All right, everyone. What is the first thing that comes to mind outside of being the new head coach of the Portland Trailblazers? What's the one image that comes to mind when you think Tiago Splitter?
Bean, go ahead.
Go.
I know you know the answer.
I mean, I just think of him. Immediately I just think of him on the Spurs.
And getting demolished by LeBron James.
Oh yeah.
The funny part was the quote tweets on the Blazers announcement that he's the new interim head coach. It's a picture of LeBron dunking on him. Like all of the quote tweets are LeBron dunking on him, or somebody being like, "I remember the 2014 Spurs." Yeah. Like that's the funny part was it's like Tiago Splitter's just here to do his job.
I have no idea how well Tiago.
He's been in the Blazers org for a long time. I think he's been in the Blazers org for at least 5 years.
I just don't know how he's going to be as a coach. I don't have any information on the guy. How well is he going to do with this job, especially with all the turmoil that's happening in the organization already?
We don't know. We'll have to find out. The first couple of games are going to be rough either way.
I think I got to look at it. It was Chauncey Billups, but there was his assistant head coach was Nate Bjorkgren. He was going to do that, but then he realized that he's better in his role as an assistant coach. So he ceded that to Tiago Splitter, who's been with these guys.
He didn't want to get involved.
Yes, he didn't want to be the face of an org that is now under heavy scrutiny. So
He don't want to be no fall guy.
yeah, and mind you, Tiago Splitter's been doing NBA stuff since 2018-19.
That's a tall ass head coach, by the way.
Yeah, but
boy, it was like
I can't
6'11",
even wait
6'10".
just to see because how old he's like. Yeah, he's got to be 7 feet.
He potentially
Let's
might
do
even
some
be 7'10". I
journalism,
mean, he's a
right?
center.
Tiago Splitter height. Let's see this man's height right
And
now.
after this, we should move on because
Man,
Yeah,
come on.
He's listed at 6'11". So yes, he's what Kevin Durant is. Everyone's gonna call him a 7-footer. He's gonna be like, I'm not a 7-footer.
he's a
But-
7 foot. Katie's definitely a 7-footer.
Yeah, we spent 30 minutes. That is your NBA reality TV breakdown of the day. Thank you for listening.
So freaking lootly. Moving on. We need to talk about opening night. Obviously,
Goddamn right we do.
the first game of the NBA season, it was Kevin Durant going to Oklahoma City and watching the banner that he failed to do for 10 years, however long he was.
8 seasons.
How-
8 years.
8 years?
Trust me,
And-
the broadcast team did not let you forget it.
Oh, yeah. 8 years being, I guess, a Thunder. Does that sound right? A Thunder?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
failed to do so, and you watch the banner go up just,
Here-
what,
here's-
6 years after you left them?
Here's the issue I have. Oklahoma City fans, y'all are disrespectful as hell. They booed him every time he touched the ball. I don't care
It was
if
funny.
he left you.
Says
better-
you, bro. Out of anyone saying that statement,
I can
You
do
still
it.
hate
one
Jimmy
who makes
Butler,
that
Owen.
statement?
You still hate Jimmy
Yes,
Butler.
'cause did you see what he motherfucked our coaching staff, beat us with our own G League guys, and then just dipped? That's valid. That's not
So
ridiculous.
that's
Let's see,
different
Kevin
than what
Durant blew a
KD
3-1
did.
lead to the Warriors and then said, I'm going to go with them.
And I'm gonna
Yeah.
join a 73-9 team that almost just won a championship.
Yeah, and I get why you would boo him, but he made.
Your franchise player joins the greatest regular season team of all time.
But at the same
Is
time,
that not on another level in comparison to what Jimmy Butler did to the Minnesota Timberwolves?
yeah, Kevin Durant didn't make a public scene and burn down the franchise as well. He's just like, I'm gonna go join the evil empire, and then just fucking did it.
That's way worse.
I mean,
It's
I
less
guess-
personal.
Imagine,
less
like,
personal.
okay, imagine being like
I get it. It's less personal.
the guy who you were looking at to take down this empire. You know, this empire who has caused you nothing but pain in Golden State. And then, you know, you go up 3-1, you blow a 3-1 lead, and, you know, you're expecting him to come back and, you know, try it all over again. And then you open Twitter to find out that he's not coming back. He's going to go join the people who just whooped your ass the year before.
I thought he was going to go to the Celtics personally. That or the Wizards.
Well, he would have gotten the same treatment if he had gotten the Celtics, because that's basically going to the other evil empire in the association.
Not in 2016, but I
Not
get the
on that year. Play with IT.
But- I guess I just thought it was a little bit harsh. I get it. He left. You wanted to go
No.
win a championship, but I thought it was a little bit harsh personally. That's just me.
I don't know if you remember like the first time that Kevin Durant went back to Oklahoma City, the cupcake signs, the snake, everything, everyone calling him a snake.
Have you?
Like that was just as bad as, well, probably not just as bad because I've heard horror stories of LeBron going back to Cleveland, but regardless, it's not that much different. Like
Oh,
these are like
have you seen the Lost
be
and
fair-
the Lost and Unbound video?
No,
That explained
yeah.
that a YouTube video from famous YouTuber at the time, Lost and Unbound, got put on ESPN because of how upset the Thunder fans were.
To be fair, he did get people did cheer when he tore his Achilles in the finals. So there is that.
oh my
maybe,
gosh, I was so pissed about that.
Yeah. So
remember
maybe
that.
maybe I'm a little bit out of bounds. I just it looked a little harsh. Like you don't have to like the guy, but don't boo him. Come on now.
It's also,
and they-
it's also Kevin Durant's a full-grown man making millions of dollars. He's an NBA champion, a Finals MVP. He doesn't care. Boo him all you want.
He'll be,
He's-
even if that wasn't the case, the personality of Kevin Durant in general does not give a fuck.
Well, he does give a fuck because he'll get on his burners and Twitter and chat with you all day.
Yeah. Type in Kevin Durant defense. You'll be amazed at what you see. And that's just a clip of him getting fried for 90 straight seconds. So
Yeah, I mean, him being like, I mean, think about the middle schoolers in and around Oklahoma City, looking up to Kevin Durant for 8 years. He is so much more important to that organization. I mean, the star guy on a new franchise in a new city, quote unquote new franchise.
I mean, he was there when they moved to OKC.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's so important, not only to the fans, but just the entire city, the entire state. The guy was so important to that city.
Like, okay, I'll put it in these words. It's like if Derrick Rose and Derrick Rose on the Bulls went to the Heat.
Yeah, instead of tearing his Achilles, he just goes to the best team
From Chicago.
No, that's a great. Yeah. Derrick Rose going to the Heat because they had Klay Thompson and Wade.
Comp.
They had That's a great comp.
Bottom line is, we need the Rockets to follow the 4 seed. We need the Thunder to finish at 1. We need both to take care of their first round series, and then we get a semifinal. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Or Rockets finish at 2 and we get the Western Conference Finals.
No, because then they have to beat my Wolves, and I don't want that to. Or Jack's Warriors. I do want that to happen, but I don't want my Wolves to lose.
As I'm a Wolves fan too, that hurts, man.
Yeah, but
you could be a Warriors fan with me too. Like I'm a Wolves fan with you.
I'm a Steph Curry meat rider strictly.
Fair enough.
You guys employed Jimmy Butler.
But
Stops there.
We had no other choice.
Yeah,
They didn't accept our offer for Lauri Markkanen.
You did. That's fine, but fuck that guy.
Actually, no, I think it was on us that didn't accept.
yeah, because y'all didn't want to throw in AirPods.
Yeah, that's right. That was one of my TikToks that actually went viral a little bit.
The AirPods TikTok.
Oh god.
But in regards to that game,
I was pissed. Yeah.
Yo, in regards to that game, if we're overreacting, Alperen Sengun is MVP.
That fucker had Kevin Durant mean mugging after he hit hezzy pulls. Alperen Sengun was going punch dribble, hezzy, pull, and you had Kevin Durant going on the sideline. He was mean.
Now,
you Kevin Durant getting
So
up out of
Alperen
his
Sengun
seat
is your
on the
MVP
bench.
right now?
Just based
That's
off that
the
one
over-
performance, I
I don't know. I'm looking at Victor Wembanyama dropping 40 points, 15 rebounds,
I'm talking
3
about
blocks.
after night one. After
Yeah,
night
that's
one,
the
Alperen Sengun was
overreaction.
MVP.
If we had to pull one overreaction
Yeah,
from
I
that
guess.
game, it's probably that Alperen Sengun's your MVP.
Lala, over here.
Or at
Get
least
outta
he was for 24 hours until the San Antonio Spurs.
Hold on, there's
dropped-
one more thing I want to touch on before we move on from that the Thunder game.
Oh, I was about to cook a banger intro. Anyways,
Kevin Durant from the end of from the beginning of the fourth quarter to when he fouled out in double overtime. How many shots did he take? Do y'all know off the top of your head?
From when?
I do not.
From
the
the
end,
beginning of the fourth quarter to when he
Beginning
fouled
of-
out in the second overtime.
If I'm not mistaken, 2.
3. He was 1 for 3.
3? I was close.
1 for. Why is Kevin Durant taking 3
He was just
shots?
sitting in the corner. That's all he was doing.
Did nothing.
here's the problem.
And I want to blame the fact of like what I noticed when watching this game is the fact that without Fred VanVleet and having to solely focus on Alperen Sengun as a playmaker, it's going to be tough because Reed Shepherd sucks and he's not going to be their point guard.
Well, here's the problem. Whether you ran Amen or Reed at the starting point guard, it was going to be gross because you're running a massive lineup with either a second-year point guard in Reed Shepherd, or you're running your converted small forward or converted shooting guard at point guard.
Well, him and
And
Asar
he's-
used to run point guard.
Well, even that, what was that, OTE?
Not at an
though?
NBA level, though.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
that was
no,
a-
but I mean,
OTE's good comp. I'm not gonna say OTE's like a TikTok league or whatever you want to call it, but that's not the association. But then again, what is the association? Like, nothing is the association. It's hard to compare it.
I want to share some of my notes from the Thunder and Rockets game. My first note of the entire regular season says, Sengun looks sloppy and slow.
yep.
Towards the end of quarter one, says, in all caps, Sengun sucks and I love it. And then we move to the fourth
Backfired, did
quarter.
it, Jack?
And then we move to the fourth quarter, and I say, Sengun is literally Dirk Nowitzki.
That's how 2 hours can play out in the association.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could start a game 1 for 5 and be like, "Oh, this guy's ass.
Yep.
He's slow. He's terrible."
Dude.
Kwame Brown.
Which
And then
says the
you get-
same thing about Reed Shepard. I mean,
Yeah.
the way that he was shooting the ball, especially in the first half, he looked very confident. He looked poised. He was just
He also
did not. He was awful on defense.
He can't defend, dude. He got blown by on every possession. Every
to the
possession.
point, like,
Who's
I
he
mean, I'm saying
guarding?
like worse than Isaiah Thomas level. Like, this guy is a liability to just be on the court,
I mean, who is he
even
guarding
when he's a
most
good
of the night,
offensive
though?
player.
He was guarding
What?
Shea for some plays. He guarded Lou Dort a couple times. Lou Dort killed him. I want
Lou
to.
Dort's-
Well,
Before
I mean,
you
we should
go,
have seen that one coming.
guarding Lou Dort is like trying to guard a linebacker.
Dude, yes,
Yep.
but you can't even you can't even look at the fact of like Reed Shepard can't stay in front of anyone. If you look at how many defensive possessions Reed Shepard had where he was just getting blown by, not even there was no pick, there was no fancy dribble moves. It's just Reed Shepard can't keep up because he's slow.
You might be able to check that in B-ball index.
I probably can. Let me see if I can find out.
Blow by rate? Is there some sort of like blow by rate?
Let's
or
find
or
out.
it's like points per possession when somebody's guarding
I'm just
somebody.
gonna look it up on my phone.
Yeah, you can do that. My also takeaway from that is that defense might have just died because I'm pretty sure every game. I swear to God, I know overtime it's different, but that game was a buck. What was the final score of that game? It was in the 120s.
Yeah, but that was double overtime.
Double overtime. Oh, and dude,
No, that was a low scoring game. That was
did
a
you
very
miss like the
defensive-minded
first
game.
half of the game where the turnovers were like 9-8?
It's crazy because sometimes you say something like extremely genius. Like the first half hour of this episode, I was just in shock, like with all the knowledge that you were coming in with. And then you go and say something like this.
No, stay with me. I tuned into the second quarter, and I swear to God, I didn't see him miss for like 30 minutes of real time.
Or that has nothing to do with the defense.
There
I
was
mean, if someone
plenty.
if they just
plenty of
can't
misses.
miss. They can't miss. But yeah, there was plenty of misses. I promise.
But
Another. Let's see. I'm seeing.
I will say though, while you're talking about that, I'll spin back. The Rockets' defense, when they rotate correctly, is a problem for people because they have the positional length advantage literally everywhere, including their point guard, who is Jack. How tall is Amen Thompson?
6'7".
See, like even your point guard's 3 or 4 inches taller than Shea. Like he was bothering Shea all night. Shea had 5 points. Shea had 5 points through a quarter. When have you ever seen that except when Shea was
Doesn't happen
coming off the
often.
bench in fucking LA? Like when was the last time Shea scored 5 singular points in a quarter?
Now, granted, I don't know how this game is going to end tonight, but by the time you see this video, obviously you'll know the ending of the Pacers and Thunder game. The OKC starters started 1 of 19 from 3.
Dude, they can't hit threes for shit.
1 of 9, and that was with 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. So it might have been different since then. But 1 of 19, and they still ended up winning. Imagine when this team gets hot, when Kaysen Wallace gets hot, when Chet Holmgren gets hot, when J-Dub gets
J-Dub's playing.
hot. I mean, guys, we're seeing a dynasty happening as we speak. All this stuff is happening without J-Dub. He's not even playing tonight either. Like we're going to talk about Wemby here in a minute, but it's time for OKC to take over the league right now. This is Kobe and Pau Gasol as we speak right now. Even obviously Shaq was there first. Pau Gasol came in later. But this is what we're seeing before our eyes right now. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of said it, but Jack, I feel like we've exhausted that a little bit, and you said takeover. I feel like that's a great segue into the second game of that night.
Oh, Reed Shepard's matchup difficulty, I can tell you this, is an F, meaning he doesn't go against anyone difficult.
Which is ridiculous. What do you mean? Didn't you just say he guarded Shea and Lou Dort?
This is 2024, it doesn't show me 2025, 2026 yet.
Okay, I guess, yeah, it's one game of data. But, Jack, you mentioned takeover, and I watched Wemby do the same thing Şengün did in that second game for the portions of it I was able to catch. He was doing punch dribble, punch dribble, punch dribble, Hezzy,
The
and
guy's
Pullen.
unbelievable. I'm genuinely just, and then again, I know I was just saying that the Thunder are going to take over the entire league, and we don't even need to watch at this point. Thunder are going to take over, but now we're looking at Victor Wembanyama. 40 points, 15 rebounds. How are we at 3 blocks? I mean, this guy's going to have a 60, 20, 10, 10 game later this season, and 10 of those, or one of the 10s, is going to be 10 blocks.
You know what's gonna happen? And I say this with love, it's gonna happen against the Hornets. He's gonna be in Charlotte. It's gonna be a game that only those fan bases watch at like 7 o'clock on a Tuesday night in December.
Going up against Mason Plumlee.
Oh
Yeah,
no, Ryan Kalkbrenner's the starter, buddy.
Yeah,
Tells me
well,
someone
Okay,
didn't watch the
okay,
Hornets
let's
play.
see. Going up against Ryan Kalkbrenner, sure.
Yeah, that's even better. Wemby's
No,
like,
I would take Ryan Kalkbrenner's defensive ability over Mason Plumlee's any day.
We're
it
not
doesn't
gonna,
matter.
Again,
tall.
we're having a rookie deal with this alien specimen.
He had
Right
80
now.
deal with him,
Yeah.
couldn't stop him.
Exactly my point. Yeah.
He shaved his head and started working with Hakeem. If either of those didn't tip you off that he was going to do something like this
And started praying
at
to
some
Buddha.
point, yeah, he and Rudy both shaved their heads. Now I'm waiting for Rudy's legacy performance. We're never going to get it, but I'm just kidding.
No, we saw that last season with like
Bro,
the 20
I was
rebounds.
watching that, and Rudy
Anyway,
with the shaved
Rudy.
head was weird.
That is weird.
Bald. He's bald.
Bald. Any other notes on the Spurs and Mavericks game?
Dude, the defense from San Antonio, if they keep that up at a consistent rate, is going to make this team even scarier. Because, like, obviously you can look at Wemby and say Wemby's going to do his thing, do his part, and even if it's just Wemby alone, like, he could carry them, but the team looks really good.
Which was surprising to me because going into the season, I wasn't really feeling that way.
I wasn't expecting their defense to be as good as it is.
What seed did we put them at in our Western Conference?
We put them 9.
That might have,
Which is a big jump. I mean, it's a jump.
Yeah, and our gross overreaction, aside from Wemby, is the greatest thing we've ever seen. Is that they could be a 7 or an 8. They could end up hosting one of those playing games. Could be your gross overreaction. From
Yeah, I
that
mean,
game.
instead of saying the Trailblazers, like,
But
might be the Spurs.
I think we shouldn't even forget to touch on another big part of that Spurs Mavericks game. Cooper Flag sucked.
Oh, dude, it was the first possession of the entire game.
Cooper Flag was bad.
And we saw Cooper Flag pretty much what I thought was a steal. It never ended up like counting as a steal, I guess. Steals the ball, passes it up to the Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis throws it back to Cooper Flag. And he
and he almost
misses
punched it.
the
Yeah, he
alley-oop.
almost punched
I
it.
think that might have just changed the whole entire trajectory of Cooper Flag's career. If tell me
He
like
lands it.
if he lands that alley oop the first 30 seconds of his NBA career, I mean, we might see a completely different person.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking of the butterfly effect that would happen
But we
Yeah.
didn't.
after that.
And
That's
I'm
an
no
absurd
genius.
start to your career. You know what I mean?
Hear me out. Maybe let's not run an 18-year-old in our point guard, guys.
They don't have. I mean,
You were
your other
almost better
option
off
is
with
D'Lo.
putting-
I'm taking
Yeah.
Cooper Flag's playmaking ability over D'Angelo Russell's any day, but they're probably going
they
to
need to make a trade.
rethink that.
I am,
make
but
it
you're asking. I know he's a generational talent, but you're asking him if you even bring in D'Lo for like 10 minutes just to get Cooper into the rhythm of the game, then you bring D'Lo off and move Cooper to the point guard. That would have been better. You were
Even
asking.
then, he wasn't. He's not a great distributor yet. Like we saw that last night. Like it wasn't working yet.
That's exactly why you bring in D'Lo to ease him into the game, and then he starts feeling himself a little bit, and then you have that butterfly.
That shot chucker, dude. He's more of a shooting guard. If anything, like I know he's like considered a point guard.
We employed him at point guard, so that's what I'm going off of.
I get it. I yes, he is a point guard, but he doesn't play like a point guard.
That's fair.
Well, I mean, back in the Brooklyn, yeah. I mean, there
That
has been
that's
stints of
2021.
D'Angelo Russell. He's just very inconsistent. Like I'm not gonna like he has had stints where he is a phenomenal passer. He's just a playmaker, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head the last time I saw that.
The 2021 Nets team when they were just emoting on the sideline whenever he hit one.
Those are good years.
I think it started in Minnesota. I think that, if I'm not mistaken, that is where his like playmaking and just creation for others just kind of dipped. Am I tweaking off that?
Yeah, he
Does that
didn't
make
fit.
sense?
He didn't fit the way we tried to run an offense.
Maybe Golden State.
He was okay in Golden State. He just didn't need to because it was Draymond. Like he didn't really have that role. So maybe that is what started it because he just didn't really need to be that type of person.
And people don't like to talk about scheme, but this just proves it. Like he's been on what 6 different teams at this point. What he's been a Net, he's been a Laker, he's been a Timberwolves.
He's been a Laker twice.
Been a Laker twice.
Warrior.
That's 4.
And now Maverick.
And then back to the Nets, and then now the Mavericks.
Yeah, he's
God,
been on
yeah, he
5.
was in net twice.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he's been on 5 teams and hasn't truly found a fit yet. Now we don't know what it looks like in Dallas, but
Yeah, we'll see.
it truly emphasizes the scheme and like the way it works. Like
If I'm not mistaken, I mean, maybe I need to go back and rewatch the game, but how much burn did D'Angelo Russell even get in the first place? I don't really remember seeing his name on the screen.
For what? In Dallas? Or
Just against.
D'Lo's minutes.
Speaking of, the Pacers are up
15 minutes.
14 to go. Did he
He
play
got
15 minutes? Did he do anything? I do not remember really seeing his. Again, I haven't like rewatched the game yet.
In 15 minutes, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists on 16.7% field goal percentage.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He shot 1 for 6 from the
16.7.
field.
And 0% from 3. He was 0 of 1.
Yeah, he had
66.7. Owen. % from the line. 4 of 6. So he missed 2. Like, I don't know what this Mavericks team is going to look like in the future.
They're gonna be bad. They're gonna be bad until they're gonna be bad because they don't have another scorer. As of right now, they don't have anyone besides AD who can score the ball, and even AD could not score the ball the other night.
Hey, they had Ryan Nembhard who went 3 for 5. Don't.
Anthony Davis didn't score the. I thought he did well.
He had 22, but that's not what you
22,
need for a team like this.
Not
You
a
don't
number
need-
one option. Yep.
No.
Well, we're hoping that that's Cooper Flag.
Well, it ain't looking too good so far. But we're overreacting to game 1. It's been 1 game of his NBA career.
This is an overreactions episode, so yeah, let's overreact.
Let's go ahead and make that very clear. We're not saying Cooper Flag will suck forever. But if we're looking off game 1 alone, 10 points, 10 rebounds sounds nice until you look at the shooting percentages. It
He
was
sucked on Tuesday
abysmal.
night.
And
He sucked on Tuesday night.
the one guy that I'm buying stock on, and I'm going to say this because it's what we're talking about right now. The second guy on the Spurs is Stephon Castle until De'Aaron Fox comes back. And even probably after De'Aaron Fox comes back. Stephon Castle's the guy. His defensive capabilities, and now we're seeing his offensive capabilities. I mean, he was,
He can shoot the ball. He
was
shot it really well.
8 of 12 from the field. I mean, he was 1 of 3 from 3. He didn't really have a great volume there. Don't look at his free throw percentage.
We're not
not talking about that.
Is grossly overrated, of course.
Yeah, that didn't happen. He was not
Simply
5
just-
of 10 from the free throw.
Simply just don't get fouled or
now,
make.
now that I'm talking about his free throw
that.
percentage, I might have to take that one back. But on the court, he looks like the guy. He looks like the guy, and he might even be the guy over De'Aaron Fox.
Hey, getting yelled at by Dan Hurley for 2 years at UConn will teach you a lot about who you are.
That'll do that to you. Yeah, that'll do that to you.
So he's been hardened and conditioned. But Jack, we have now reached the State of the Union portion of the episode where we will all overreact to our own team's games. Jack,
Have we? Okay.
Jack, do you want to freak out about the Warriors beating Luka and a bunch of 2K generated players?
Well, see, I'm so conflicted on the Warriors for a few reasons. Number one, the best player outside of Curry, I guess Jimmy too. Jimmy looked great. Was Jonathan Kuminga. He's a guy that is, if he has, and okay, if we're overreacting, we're gonna overreact.
It's just hilarious that we were shitting on Jonathan Kuminga.
He looked good. He looked good.
He is a guy that I could easily see being the best player on a bad team. Now, am I saying that he's going to be the best player on the championship team, second best player on a championship even? Probably not. But time will tell with that one, of course, depending on where his just story goes. But we always talk about with Jonathan Kuminga, he has one button on his analog stick. Like he only drives pull up mid range or he attacks the basket. Like he doesn't shoot. He doesn't. I don't really feel like he's a shot creator. At least from the few years that he's been on the Warriors, he hasn't been the greatest shot creator. Meaning like he's not getting his own shot outside of a drive or a cut. We didn't see that yesterday. And the time that you're seeing this a few days ago, their game 1 on opening night. We didn't see, or not yesterday, I guess that was 2 nights ago. We didn't see that yesterday. We saw a budding star. That's one thing that I'm excited about. Al Horford. Horford is such a relief. I haven't seen this type of center play as a Warriors fan. I mean, I know you get Naz Reid, you got Draymond's not a center. I know he plays center, but that's kind of my point here. He's not a center. He's 6'7".
Anyways,
he's 6'7". Okay, like we haven't seen this type of center play since Andrew Bogut. When was the last time you heard Andrew Bogut's name? Probably since the KD days. I think he left before
2018,
the KD days.
2019.
Maybe not even that. I think it was earlier than that because we had like the JaVale McGee's of the world.
Last time I heard Andrew Bogut's name, I was playing NBA Jam on my dad's first-gen iPad when I was 10.
Probably. Well, maybe a little bit later because.
Yes.
I'd hope you heard it after that.
But Al Horford, especially defensively, I mean, this is the smartest basketball team that I've ever seen play a game in my entire life. By 22 years.
That's a great segue. Is I quote tweeted this and Jack replied. He said the smartest basketball team ever, and he's right. Because with about 8.5 minutes to go in that second quarter, I don't remember what the actual term is called, but Steph and Dre executed a switch beautifully because they got beat on it on the previous possession. And
they always do that. They always do that. Anytime they get beat and they have to switch, he what is the term? Hedges? Is it hedging when you go over the screen?
It's a bump switch where Draymond will step up, just take steps
he'll
back.
He'll show until Curry gets over the screen, and then he backs up.
Yeah, and you could literally see Dre talking to Steph about it while one of their teammates was shooting free throws.
And this is why I love Steph Curry. I can't say I'm the biggest fan because he's top 10 player of all time. But when it comes to Steph Curry, I'm not saying he's a system guy, but he benefits greatly from said system. And one of those pieces to that system, probably the most important piece, outside of literally just scoring the basketball, is Draymond Green. And he's been doing that and doing that and doing that since 2014, I think. And he's greatly benefited from that. So, slight knock to Steph. Regardless, he's the key piece. But anyway, Al Horford's the same way, but more interior. I don't know if I've seen a Warriors center block a ball since the championship. Obviously, that's hyperbole. But
this brother is starving for defense. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm starving for interior defense from a guy that is not named Draymond Green. Yes, that is a fact. And we saw that last night with Al Horford. And he is a spot-up shooter. He looked like Atlanta Hawks Al Horford. He really did last night. So, and one more guy, Jimmy Butler. He is the perfect puzzle piece to this team. Yeah, yeah. Close your ears, Owen. Close your ears because he is literally the perfect piece to go out and win a championship. Now, am I saying that we're going to go out and win a championship this season? I am saying that. I think we can. I don't think we will, but I think we certainly can, and we're going to be in that race. And that is mostly because of Jimmy Butler himself, the way that he fits. He gets to the line more. We were like some of the worst teams in the league, maybe even the worst team in the league, if I'm not mistaken, at getting to the line. Steph Curry is never one of those guys that gets to the line until probably this year with the new rule. Jimmy Butler comes in, and he drives the basket, and he makes he's another guy that can just make smart plays, be in the right spot at the right time defensively, and that's exactly what we needed. A little bit of an overreaction because obviously we're going up against Luka Doncic. We're not going up against the Lakers.
Yeah.
Sometimes Owen is just a genius, and he just he just pulls things out of his ass. Like it's some voodoo magic.
No, because let's go ahead and say this. Owen said this before the LeBron thing happened.
I said this team was bad before the LeBron thing happened.
You said this before LeBron was not. LeBron was still on the team. So
That's
let's keep in mind. I'm not taking anything Owen said as being like, wow, Owen was right.
Oh, come on.
Damn.
Dude,
Please be
you
right
literally
now.
you were like, man, this team's the second option for this team is gone. And it's not just any second option. It's LeBron fucking James. Owen.
Yeah, you're
All
right.
NBA second team
Yeah.
at the age of 40.
40.
He's averaging 40 years of age.
And keep in mind, the team had two players. No.
God, and then he
I want to say the
says
team
something
had,
genius, and then he goes and says something like that.
the team had two. I want to say two players. Ayton may have reached double digits. The team had two players reach.
Oh, Ayton looked bad. Ayton
sucks. Sorry,
Ayton
guys.
looks bad. I don't think. Okay, let's overreact. I'm sorry I cut you off there. Ayton looks like how he looked in Portland, and I don't think we're going to see it this season.
That's what I said.
And that was one of the things, Owen, and this is why I'm going to give you credit on this. And we knew that the defense was going to look bad. I mean, especially when LeBron's down, you don't have that big body. I know he's not the greatest defensive player, but he's a serviceable defender that has a big frame. You get rid of that, and you let DFS walk, right? We knew that this defense was going to be bad, but damn it, I was banking on DeAndre Ayton being kind of what we saw with Derek Lively. Derek Lively can't do anything without Luka.
Well,
Offensively.
I will say there's a big difference in like Ayton's style of play and Derek Lively's style of play. Derek Lively don't like getting physical, man. He can't.
Ayton don't either.
Sorry. Ayton doesn't like getting physical. Derek Lively will at least set a pick and roll, and when he rolls, go to the basket, not stop.
Oh, he doesn't even hit on his rolls. I mean, he doesn't hit on his picks. Like,
no,
he will sit there and the defender will walk right past him. Like he doesn't even get physical even outside of the basket. Like he doesn't do anything. He doesn't touch anyone.
DeAndre Ayton sucks. But
back in Phoenix, his finesse play was working. He had Chris Paul. Like obviously, things were the ball was rolling with him in his career until Matt Ishbia blew everything up. He got sent out to Portland. And we never saw that again, and we're still continuously not seeing that.
Okay, so I want to highlight something here.
Hold on, Bean was going to say something.
Yeah, I was going to say there's only one positive that you could possibly pull for the Lakers, maybe, and it's the fact that two players had double-digit points, and they only lost by 10, and it was a bad 10 if you think about it. Like, Luka had to kind of carry the fourth quarter, but...
Did he play like 41 minutes?
Yeah, he played 41 minutes and had 41 points. But like if you think about the fact that Rui's not going to shoot that bad again, maybe. I don't really know who else to kind of highlight there because Gabe Vincent, what do you expect from him? Like just no one was doing anything outside of Luka and Austin Reeves. So and they still lost they only lost by 10.
Yeah, I mean
10 is a lot of points.
Yeah, and
in the case of having because two people in Dallas scored 20 points and the rest of the team put up single digits and they lost by 30. So if two of your players score,
that's a complete blowout. I mean, there is levels to this, but Owen, what was the betting odds on this? Like usually you're not going to see 10.5, 9.5.
Damn, hold on. Oh, this is me breaking in topic of the Warriors. They were just up 10-0 to the Nuggets, and now the Nuggets have gone on a 10 point run. So it's 10-10.
Right. To wrap up the Warriors Lakers before we get to Buzz Nation with Bean here in a second. I said shout out Nerd Sesh, Carson Braber of Nerd Sesh dropped a minute just bars basically burying DeAndre Ayton and the identity of this Lakers team, and I claiming to be the Lakers hater that I am, I'm like, this isn't an insane take from a bird's eye view, but with the way casuals, because casual will look at that and they'll be like, they have Luka and LeBron. They're going to win 60 games and LeBron's got one more championship run in him. And that's still possible. That is still possible.
Owen, we've had this podcast for over a year.
Can you let me finish?
Okay,
Can you let me finish?
Here's a disagreement here. We'll go on.
and they said they're going to think what he's saying is outlandish in regards to being like, breaking news, DeAndre Ayton hasn't changed. And then someone comes back with, it's a good take, but I have the Lakers missing the playoffs. Offense is going to be great, and the defense is tissue paper. And it's someone goes,
Nurse says this?
No, this is the thread I had. Someone replied back, and there's a whole little thread here. I'll just read some of it and give you some context. Someone said, exactly, everyone gives 100% defense and can only work for so long. And someone goes, the only reason that defense worked in the regular season is because DFS was the near perfect defender for a Lakers scheme. He's now gone.
Yep.
They have nobody that can maintain an above average level on that side of the ball for 82 games. And I come back with, even with DFS out there, you're still playing 4-on-3 because you have Luka Doncic, who doesn't kick in his defense until early April when games start mattering more and you're playing for a ring.
Even that.
Right?
Even that.
And then one more thing, cherry on top. I said even with, it's exactly how the Wolves torched him last year. You give Luka his 25 to 30, and you make him kick it out to his shooters as best you can. If they don't hit those shots at a good clip, they fold. Even with Bron, I don't see the vision. And to wrap that up, you saw it in the series. The one game they won, Luka went nuts. He sprayed it out to his shoot. We made him spray it out to his shooters, and they hit shots. There's nothing you're going to do about that when those guys are hitting shots. But more often than not, those guys aren't. Rui's not hitting a shot. Austin Reeves isn't going to hit him in enough of a clip. He looked terrible in that playoff series. Those guys aren't going to hit shots. If they're not hitting shots, whether you have Luka, LeBron, or Jesus Christ himself in there, the Lakers will not win games in March and April because they'll be relying on Bron, who's going to run out of gas. Who runs out of gas. Love Bron. He's in the best shape of his life, but he's 40. Some age will show no matter how great anybody is, no matter how peak shape you is. And Luka will, like, at some point, Luka averaging 40 isn't going to get it done. Like, there's just so many things that are working against them, even with those guys playing perfect. If you guys kind of understand what all of that word vomit was.
So, we also said this last year, though.
We did.
Owen.
This
We
is
did
true.
say this last year, and we looked at JJ, and he said, you're forgetting about the Lakers. And we laughed at him.
We did. This is true.
And they ended up being, a 3 seed? Granted,
Fake
like
3 seed.
3 through 7 was a two-game difference.
Yeah,
No, 2 games. It was 2 games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Bunch
because
of tiebreakers
the
in
Warriors
between.
were a 7 seed, and they won 48 games. Lakers won 50 games. A 2-game difference there. But regardless, nonetheless, they won 50 games last season. Can they not do that again?
50's gonna be tough with LeBron missing a month.
But
True.
it's like being said, fake 3 seeds. Like, okay, they're going to win 55 games, but then those role players that were hitting shots for you on Christmas Day aren't going to hit those shots in mid-April in the playoff series. That's the whole...
Potentially.
Yeah, and again, when I say all this, I'm not saying they can't do it, but more likely than not, it's not going to happen regularly enough for them to go on a run.
I think the caveat
again-
here, if they do this correctly, is Austin Reeves. I mean, what does Austin Reeves do? He's a very offensive-centric type of player, not the greatest defender, in the backcourt with someone who's the exact same but 10 times better. What's to say that they just don't trade Austin Reeves and get some defensive pieces?
They kind of do. They need to.
They have this guy. They have this guy on their roster. I don't know if they know who he is. They have this Dalton Connect character. I don't know if they tried to trade him or something recently.
No, they wouldn't trade him, would they?
No, I don't think
I mean,
they
they
would.
he was a rookie last season.
Why would you even conceive trading him at all, ever?
Yeah,
And
I don't
Bean,
think they would
feel
ever
like-
do that.
Bean, I feel like that's a great segue because they
For the
For the team that they tried to trade him to?
you try to trade him to absolutely rinse the Nets 136, 117. Go ahead, let it out.
Green light.
When the Hornets are healthy, they look so damn sexy. They look like the Harlem Globetrotters.
Against
And
the
yes, it's the worst team in the league. It's the Nets, but I don't care. You know, we have to beat the teams ahead of us. The Nets were ahead of us. We had a really rough, I want to say, first 2 quarters. Brandon Miller looks good. He's going to be an all-star this year, okay? Brandon Miller will be an all-star this year. Now, I did not expect Ryan Kalkbrenner to come out and be the starting center, but damn it, I'm glad.
Double.
I am glad Ryan Kalkbrenner is the starting center. This team looks like an actual team. I mean, you now have LaMelo Ball, who's healthy. He had 6 turnovers. We're not going to look at that. He didn't shoot the ball too great either, but we didn't need him to because Brandon Miller's there. Colin Knippel had a good rookie debut. It wasn't, it wasn't jump out. It wasn't VJ Edgecombe. but it was
Which we'll
better
get
than
to
Cooper
next.
Flag.
We'll get to that one later.
And man, it's just Miles Bridges looks good. He looks healthy. This team looks healthy, and obviously it's the Hornets. So 30 games down the line, it will probably be a completely different story. LaMelo will probably be back on the bench. Brandon Miller hopefully doesn't get injured. But I had a lot of questions going into the offseason or going into the season because preseason didn't look great. They had their moments, but
What
if
about
this
Brandon
team
Miller do you like?
do what?
What do you like about Brandon Miller?
Let's start with freak athleticism, Jack.
Oh yeah, hold on. Freak athlete. Now it's not as much. It's better this year than it was last year, but I vividly remember rookie year Brandon Miller, and this is what sold me on Brandon Miller. Well, I wanted. The whole argument was that Hornets fans said, take Scoot. This was everything. I was there the night of the draft. I was with all my friends. We're all Hornets fans. And I was like, don't take Scoot, take Brandon Miller. But I remember his rookie year, the amount of times where we would be going back onto defense and no one on the Hornets gave a shit except for Brandon Miller. He is he is a lengthy defender. He's a good defender. Again, we've had a year last year where he had to take the scoring load. He didn't defend as much. And it was a problem that do what?
Yeah, you don't really need to have him shoot either. I mean, obviously he.
Well, you do.
Shot.
You can't. You're gonna have to. You need somebody besides LaMelo to score more than 15 points.
Well, shoot as in like long distance. I mean, he was 2 of 9 last night. I don't think that's a part of his game that he. But again, that's not a part of his game that he really needs because now he has Concanipo. He obviously has LaMelo Ball. So there's shooters on this team.
Keep in mind, every Hornet that played last night, aside from Sion James, hit 4 shots. You guys put up a $136.
My boy's Sion.
Yeah, he was 1 for 3. He didn't get a lot of run there because you guys were cooking, so he didn't get his garbage time minutes.
You guys just didn't miss.
The thing with Brandon Miller, I'm big on a wing defender who can shoot the ball. Yes, he didn't shoot well from 3 last night, last night 2 for 9, but he can. And if you can just give this team someone who can take a load off of LaMelo, because one of the biggest things with LaMelo was post the Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, we're going to make the play-in. LaMelo has to take a heavy offensive load, without a doubt. And with Brandon Miller, it allows him to alleviate that. The same thing with like Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton's not like this amazing offensive and defensive player. He's not good on defense, but he's at least good enough on offense to where when LaMelo's off the court, because that's another one of the biggest things is when LaMelo is not playing, no one on that team has been able to score the ball. And now it is different. And I'm just happy to see the Hornets win. Again, it was against the Nets. But we're 1-0. Let me live.
Yeah, hey, this is your moment, man.
Hey,
this is your moment.
And you know what? All 3 of us are 1-0.
Hell yeah.
All 3 of us until about an hour and a half from now, we're gonna lose.
Listen to this. Listen to this though.
And then in 24 hours, we're gonna lose to the Sixers.
Yeah, but then you know what gets better? You've got Washington and Miami, and then you lose to Orlando, and you lose to the Wolves. So you could be 3-3, Bean. You could be 500.
When was the last time the Hornets were 3-3?
Do you have that stored in your memory bank?
I want to say they haven't finished a season over 500 since 2015-16.
It was 2022, 2023. You open the season, you beat the Spurs, lose to the Pelicans, beat Atlanta, lose to New York and Orlando on a road trip, and then you beat Golden State in OT to get to 500. So the last time they started 3-3 being was 2022, 2023. Where were you in 2022, 2023?
That's actually not bad. I thought
I was in college watching the games from my dorm, from my apartment at that point.
That's how far we've come. Since the last time the Hornets have started 3-3, Bean now has a job.
Well, let's be honest, they're not there yet, so don't jinx my team.
But I'm saying though, like since like from now until the possibility of you starting 3-3, like 4 years ago. So there's hope.
Because see, last year we started off. We start off. The thing is,
You start off like 2
Because last year we beat the Rockets in our home game, in our season opener. I'm looking at we beat the Rockets, and
You
then
beat the Rockets in your season open. What the hell?
in Houston, yeah, we beat them, 105 to 110.
That's 82 game season. But
And then
this happens.
lost to the Hawks, lost to the Heat, beat the Raptors. So we were 2-2. Year before that, we were 3-2, or no, 2-3. We beat the Hawks, lost to the Pistons, and this was the bad Pistons. Let's keep that in mind. This was the Pistons that lost how many games in a row?
I think it was 27, 26,
Something like that. Yeah,
I was
we
gonna say
lost.
26.
We lost to them. We were one of their wins. We lost to the
I think
Brooklyn
you guys
Nets.
were the win. Weren't you guys the win?
I can tell you right now.
I'm like 75% certain you guys were their first, or they beat somebody really good because they just finally got one.
I just want to
Let's-
let you guys know we are missing a freaking masterclass right now. The
Oh, yeah,
OKC
y'all.
Thunder and
I'm
the
watching
Pacers. They're tied in overtime.
With 33 seconds left.
And who did I have for most improved player of the year? Benedict Mathurin.
He looks good.
34 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist. He's shooting 47% from the field and 43% from 3.
Sadly, Andrew Nemhard's injured. He injured his shoulder.
Who do the Pacers have left? They're running out of bodies, man. Just kidding. No. I am
Shepherd.
going. Can you guys give me? Can I get on my soapbox and glaze my team for 5 minutes?
Dude, Anthony Edwards looks cold as hell. And before you go, Owen, because I just want to say something real quick here. If we're going to be overreacting, okay, Wemby or Şengün, they're going to be MVP. Obviously, VJ Edgecombe is going to be Rookie of the Year. What was I going to say? Anthony Edwards is Clutch Player of the Year so far. He is absolutely the clutch player of the year. The amount of clutch shots that he hit from 5 minutes, I don't know the number off the top of my head. We can confirm this later. I'm guessing 8 to 10 points in the last 5 minutes of the game, hitting these clutch, and some of them are kind of difficult shots in the corner, in the far left corner. He hit a couple of those too. Just all of these like fadeaway types of shots when the game is close, the game is on the line, there's a little bit of time left. Obviously, that's what Clutch Player of the Year is. And he pulls up with a defender in his face, and he swishes it. And I saw that multiple times.
On a different play, he sheds a defender, hits a step back, hits basically a dagger step back 3 to kind of ice the game. So
and I'm not gonna lie, I know this is game 1 of the NBA season, not game 6 of the 1996 NBA Finals. But there's some similarities here.
Shorten me, I don't know, Jim.
I hope that was 96, and I'm not getting that wrong.
No, it was It was the Last Dance when they pushed off of
98.
Yeah, it was 98. It was the Last Dance.
98.
Yeah,
1998, and I'm gonna cut that and put it where I said it.
Can you confirm this? They played the Jazz in the 97 and 98 finals,
Yes.
correct? Yes. Okay, so
Pacers Thunder's going into double overtime.
Let's go, dude.
This is kind of scary though.
Can you turn down the volume on it slightly?
I got it.
Like put it to like
That's what I was
50%. Put it like 50.
Because like
25.
it took the Thunder 2 overtimes to beat Rockets without Fred VanVleet and Amin Thompson in that second half, and now it is taking them 2 overtimes to beat a Pacers team without Andrew Nembhard, Tyrese Halliburton, Miles Turner, T.J. McConnell, and there's one more guy. No, that's it. That's everybody. They're missing 5 players.
Well, while we're live reacting to this, Timberwolves are going 80-2. Anthony Edwards is going to win Clutch Player of the Year.
So far, he is.
We're back.
We need to do this with more games, by the way. We just need to get in Riverside and.
I just wish we could post it because this would be great content.
If we can learn how to live stream this to TikTok or to somewhere else, then we need to figure it out.
Not get in trouble for it.
Did Lou Dort just try to jump over Spicy P on that tip? That's hilarious.
Come on, Benedict.
You guys can hear that, right?
Yeah, we can hear it.
Word.
I saw it. I think it was a trade.
Oh my
look
god!
at that.
You see how fluid it is, dude.
I saw a trade report from Bleacher Report that says they should trade Obi
This year's
Toppin.
a fraud. Cook his ass. Fraud.
Obi Toppin.
That's not my MVP. That's not my MVP. Fraud.
Obi Toppin for who?
To get some, it was a package for Obi Toppin, someone else to get Jared Allen.
Should we do like a broadcast where like someone is saying what's happening, and then we have the two guys that are the color commentators?
Who wants to be play-by-play?
I can do play-by-play.
Oh, dude, can we keep the clip of
Wait,
SGA?
you got to turn it down then.
Right,
You got to turn it down then so we don't hear him as much.
Can we keep?
Because honestly, what we could
do
is not show the actual video, but have us commentate it. Just be like, hey, this is our live reaction, and just do it radio style.
Well, Shay's going to the line.
All right, let's do it. I'll do the play-by-play.
Well, right now there is no play-by-play. Shay is going to the line.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 48
21
points,
free throws,
8 rebounds, 4 assists. We're looking at the 2-time MVP by the end of the season.
How does a dude shoot 21 free throws and they still can't get it? They can't get ahead.
Well, Jack, I don't know. There's been a lot of discourse among fans of the sport that he is, quote, an unethical hooper. At least that's what the kids are saying.
At least. Oh no, Benedict Mathurin looks like he's fouled out. He had 6.
Are you kidding me?
6th foul. So we have Pascal Siakam going to the rim and
that might be it then.
Getting denied.
It took the Pacers to lose 6 players for OKC to pull this one out.
Yeah, I would like to point out in 2 games it took SGA all of overtime to stat pad.
Mitchell to the rim and it rims.
Come on,
out.
Obi.
Obi Toppin down.
Go.
Pass to Siakam. Up to Obi Toppin.
Beautiful.
Alley-oop slam. Here's Shai at the half-court line. This is the first time I've ever tried doing this, so bear with me here, guys.
That's a beautiful giving.
Jack, Pascal's going to carry this team.
Wiggins for 3, and it's a miss.
Oh, they got another 3
Wiggins
up.
again. Bang. 130, 128, 3:10 to go in the second overtime.
Is Isaiah Joe injured?
I don't think I've seen him.
Well, he hasn't touched the court. For a team that can't shoot threes, I'd expect him to play a little bit more.
I agree.
I think it was DNP coach's decision. I just don't think he's suited, or he was injured, because you are right.
Shade of the rim.
And, yep, that's it. That's easy buckets.
And we're up 4 with 2:45 to go.
And Rick Carlisle's going to call a timeout.
I don't know where SGA's at. I think that was number 50. I think he has a 50-pointer right now.
If he has a 50-pointer, then...
And 20 of those were free throws. Make your own opinions of that one. But Dort getting the rebound, looking like Game 6 Bosch to Ray Allen. What a drive.
Shai has 51.
51, okay.
Good Lord.
19 of those are free throws, so 32 if you want to take away his free throws.
Oh, and there's dead air again. Fuck.
Sorry. No,
bro, no, the real hero of this game, do y'all want to know who it is? AJ Mitchell has 36. No, 26.
Is that his name? AJ Mitchell?
AJ Mitchell has 26 points.
So if I'm the Pacers here, and this might just be the way I would run it, I'm giving the ball to Spicy P in the corner, and I shit you not, I'm having 3 separate screen set. He's getting 1, 2 at the top of the key, and 3 a down screen to the basket, and he's hauling dick on top of the key. I kid you not. He's getting 3 screens because the ball needs to be in that man's hands. Normally I'd run that for Tyrese, but you really don't have a choice here because you're running out of bodies.
We're looking at this Golden State game. We're down 4 going into the second quarter. Oh, man. I don't know what's happening. I haven't seen a single clip of the game yet.
And you won't be able to see it until this game is over.
Let's see what Nikola Jokic is doing in that game.
15 of 30, shooting 50%.
Your lead.
Second most points in franchise history is what we're seeing right now. Pascal Siakam from the logo. Not shooting from the logo. He's just at the logo.
Come on, Pat. He's trying to body up New Dort.
Obi Toppin. Who's number 4? I don't even know who number 4 is.
Is that Isaiah Jackson? No.
It's not Isaiah Jackson. It's hold on. It is.
Who is number 4?
It is Talon Peter.
I don't know who the hell that is, but he missed a shot.
Is he a summer league guy that made the roster or something? Or
why is he playing with 2 minutes left to go and
because there's
SGA,
no one else to play?
Who has dropped 51 points?
Wait, he bodied up SGA though.
Bang.
Doesn't matter.
The game's over. I mean, they're up.
Benedict Mathurin's fouled out. Andrew Nembhard's out. Aaron Nesmith, I guess, has just been bad.
Miles Turner's not on the team. Tyrese Maxey tore his Achilles.
The power of friendship.
Dude, this Pacers team's broken down, dude. They're done. They're cooked.
Shepard for 3.
Hey,
Ben Shepard, we have a game.
Ben Shepard will not let this team die. He refuses.
Ben Shepard. is the
If a
unsung
team
hero
needs
of
a
this team.
shooting guard, Malik Beasley is a free agent. Go ahead and get him, Pacers.
Or even Thunder, you need a shooter.
Luke Kennard's
No,
running
they
on
do
the
not need Malik
Suppose
Beasley.
J-Dub can be that guy.
No. Oh, Obi, you can't reach. Ooh, you were lucky he missed.
Shepard's
Hold on.
back.
Ben Shepard's gonna give it to Talon. Come on, give it to Talon Peter.
Talon Peters camping out in the corner.
Oh,
Shut up,
Ajax.
Jackson.
I thought.
Misses the
that's
three. Wiggins rebound.
You had
1:11 to
15
go.
seconds on the shot clock there. You've got
That was a terrible shot, and
You got to make a stop here. If they score right here, the game's over. We can move on.
It is just
Oh, and you
There's a
just
foul
fouled
on who looks
Oh.
like the Peter guy.
no Ben
Peter
Shepard.
dude. Oh, Ben Shepard.
Oh, and SGA trying to be nonchalant. I hate you.
Trying to be nonchalant while he's faking an injury. Oh, I'm tired. I just hope
Okay,
for points.
My whole life is consistent.
In Shea's defense, he has played 44 minutes. He's probably gassed.
Neesmith fouled out.
Oh,
Ben Shepard is
my
now fouled out, and Benedict Mathurin fouled out.
That graphic
We have
is
three players who fouled out.
Three players are fouled out. 3 players are
And
injured.
Johnny
Johnny
Furphy
Furphy.
is in with 1 minute to go in double overtime. This game is
He needs.
cooked.
Where's Noah Senge? You'll get Johnny Furby's best effort if Noah
Dude, I
Senge
mean,
is present.
Look at Benedict Mathurin right now as we speak. Look at his face and tell me that
Aura
he's not going to be
farming.
a star in this league.
He's
That's
aura
real
farming.
aura farming, Shea.
He
Get it
fouled
right,
out and
buddy.
he's aura farming.
Get it right.
Okay, good rotation. Yep, over the yep, blitz. Beautiful. Oh, it's Jack
Chet.
Skellington with the rebound.
Oh, damn. Oh, they're going to
That's
give a foul on
goaltending.
Obi Toppin. That's
That's
game.
goaltending.
I think that's
Nice.
game.
And that
Pacers
No,
need a
she
3
wrote.
here. Need a
Who's
3.
going to take it? Johnny Furphy? Pascal Siakam?
I mean, Johnny Furphy has the complexion to take a clutch shot, so it could work.
what is that supposed to mean?
That ball is on the way down. Yep, that's goaltending.
Yeah, that's goaltending.
You're
and
not,
the game's
you're not
over.
going to get out of that one.
I just need a Johnny Furphy poster right now.
If we pray, we might get it.
Could you imagine that he just punches one on on Chet rotating over? You know how hilarious that would be.
Oh my god.
I wish.
What play are you drawing up here out of the timeout? You're down 6 with 45 seconds left to the.
Bro, we're going to run like 2 pin down screens to get Pascal open. We just need him to take a damn 3.
It might just be that simple.
There's no other. I can't think of anything else other than get Pascal open for a 3 in the corner, preferably. But I'm also not Rick Carlisle, so.
But at the same time, what other option do you have? Do you have Obi Toppin come off a screen?
No, this next shot needs to be a 3-pointer and nothing else.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying Obi's capable of taking one. It's just that's probably not the guy you want taking it.
You want Pascal to take it. And that's why Pascal's
You
going to
need
bring the
Pascal.
ball up.
You got Lou Dort
My
on him now. He's gonna end up passing.
glorious point forward getting blitzed by Lou Dort.
I mean, yeah, that's what you need to do.
Back to the basket. This is what he does. Just spin move, mid range.
It works,
in.
but you got to clamp up here.
Yeah, you cannot.
You have to make a stop here, and then.
You got to get a 3.
Oh, here's a clamp. They're gonna call a foul. They're gonna call a
they
foul on
call
SGA. It's
foul.
SGA.
No.
Arrest that man for touching SGA.
Yeah, Bean.
That is assault.
Bean, did you click on SGA's picture too hard last night when working on that graphic? Please tell me you didn't.
No, I
Please
didn't. I didn't.
Good, so he's not shooting free throws because of you.
No, I mean, he wanted to. I probably looked at him too hard though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gosh.
that's.
Oh, I hate
And that's all she wrote.
I hate him.
We can get back to the actual episode
Dude.
if you guys want to.
Props to the Pacers though for being out like 12 players and keeping it within 5.
God, I hate the way SGA plays basketball.
What does
bro.
that mean about the Thunder? Like, what does that mean for them? I mean,
just
2
don't-
double overtime games. I mean, you closed out both of them, so I mean, you're looking at the season 2-0 right now.
They're playing with their food. They're
Yeah.
gonna play with their food.
That and
Yeah.
I can't say as much for this game, but like the first game they just looked sloppy.
They did look sloppy. I think their defense looked fine, but their offense just looked sloppy. They weren't hitting threes.
They can't shoot, dude. That's their biggest thing is they can't shoot.
they'll be
So-
fine long term, but it's
A
gonna look
flawed
real
team.
for
This is a
while.
flawed team,
It is.
Every team's got them.
and
Good.
we're just waiting on what team is going to expose that flaw, and now have film on how to legitly exploit pretty much their offense. You can't really exploit their defense,
No, the
but their
defense is
offense
gonna-
you can exploit.
You know what's gonna happen? Anthony Edwards is going to exploit Chet Holmgren in the lane as he punches one on him in Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals in 6 months.
Yeah.
VJ Edgecombe. Let's talk about VJ Edgecombe.
Rookie of the Year, VJ Edgecombe.
I believe, off the top of my head, 34 points. Was it 11 assists or 11 rebounds? The shoot
11 and 5 assists.
He looked like a veteran Dwayne Wade. I'm just gonna say it. I mean, he looked like a veteran. He looked like 06 Dwayne Wade. Just dunking over Ilgauskas. I think it was Ilgauskas with that famous dunk from coast to coast. I know it was against the Cavs. Regardless, he looked fearless. He looked like he was a seasoned veteran and not a guy that is just stepping onto an NBA court, regular season NBA court. On the road in Boston, in TD Garden, by the way.
You want to know what's nuts? Tyrese Maxey had 40.
Yeah.
And we're not even talking about him.
We're not even talking about it. Tyrese Maxey was 13 of 24, hit 7 threes and 7 free throws.
And Joel Embiid looked bad.
Joel Embiid looked bad. I think it was one of 9.
Yeah, he shot 11%.
Granted, he was on a minutes restriction too. He hasn't played it in over He hasn't played in over a year.
But I am the most unstoppable player in the league.
Back in 2023, maybe, not these days.
Anyways, back to that. If you can get even half of what you got from either Maxey or Edgecombe on a regular basis, the Sixers might be able to stay afloat.
They can skate by.
They can skate by for the 30 games they'll have Joel Embiid.
I think if they keep... I mean, at this rate, they could keep Joel Embiid on a limits restriction, just kind of get him conditioned right, get him ready, and come All-Star break, he might be fully functional. He's eating right. He's doing all the right things. I'm kind of like seeing the puzzle pieces start to get together. And in this loaded Eastern Conference,
it's possible that they can make it. They can stay afloat.
This is a playoff team.
They can compete with the Hornets. They can compete with the Hornets for the 8 seed.
Exactly.
See, I laugh at that, but that's completely realistic.
As of right now, as we speak.
As the overreaction, that is entirely realistic.
10 p.m., 11 p.m. Corbin time. October 23rd. Hornets are a playing team. Or, probably a playing team or a playoff team.
Rejoice.
Be at work, sadly, but, I want to watch that game tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Sunday. Saturday.
We do have NBA League Pass.
I'll be at work.
Condensed replays on your break being.
Don't
you get 30 minutes.
Not the condensed replays, dude. Those are literally just highlight reels.
He doesn't have a choice.
No.
Not gonna just rewatch the whole game.
You can rewatch the entire game.
And I will.
League Pass. It's the only reason why we have League Pass. We did this last year, Owen. Did you rewatch any games last season? You didn't do that. You didn't even know that was a thing, did you?
No, I did, but I thought the condensed replays would be more than 10
that,
minutes.
and I have.
I thought so too.
That, and I have live TV that we film. All the Hornets games are recorded, so.
Oh yeah, either direction.
I will get to watch the Hornets play the Sixers and beat the Sixers.
Hey fellas, I know I said 3 players we were going to buy stock in, but we're going on an hour and a half, and it's almost 11 o'clock for Beans. So do we want to do 1 player we're buying stock in?
Sure.
Just maybe even for short form and just to kind of wrap up the episode and to kind of wrap this whole thing up.
Is there any other games you guys want to talk about, or is that pretty much it?
There's one more I want to talk about, and it's just...
I just want to, before Bean goes, I just want to highlight that the Clippers retirement home lost to a youthful team. So what happens when they run into a youthful team that isn't the Utah Jazz?
Especially when Ace Bailey gets over his sickness and he's not on a minutes restriction. Walker Kessler.
They torched them without their 3rd overall pick.
And a great segue, that's my player. That's the player I'm buying stock in. I already bought stock in him years ago. Walker Kessler is a freaking demon in the post. He had I don't have the stats on me off the top of my head, but 4 blocks, 2 steals. He scored a large amount. 22 points. I think he had a double-double, like 14 rebounds. The guy is unstoppable. And you guys are finally seeing it come to life.
Speaking of buying in stock, I'm buying in stock on another Jazz player. I'm buying stock. No.
Oh, no. Sensabaugh.
And Bryce Sensabaugh, yes.
Yeah, why?
in in preseason, he showed like he's actually a really damn good scorer. And it was preseason, so you can't even look at it and be like, it's just preseason, it's whatever, nobody cares. But the fact that he's going to come into game 1, into the first game of the season against the Clippers team that people have been, and even I have been, and I'm not saying they're cooked, I'm not saying they're washed. It was James Harden, Zubac, and the rest of the retirement home trying to keep that team afloat. Kawhi looked terrible. Okay. I think Walker Kessler and Lauri Markkanen are just now raising their stock because most likely they will be traded. I know Walker Kessler's been in argument and has been in trade conversations the last 2 years. But Bryce Sensabaugh, if you can figure the way this team has him figured out, you got Keontae George, Bryce Sensabaugh, and Ace Bailey. If they do decide to move on from Lowry and Walker Kessler, Bryce Sensabaugh is the one I feel like it was the shot in the dark.
And that's a lower stock too. That's a lower stock, obviously, than Walker Kessler. Obviously, that went up since the game, but regardless, I think you're going to get even a better buyout than I would.
Fair. The player that I am buying stock in, and again, this kind of goes back to my VJ Edgecombe pick for Rookie of the Year. It's not the pick that everybody wants. It might be a little bit more mainstream of a player. Shaedon Sharpe. I advocated for this guy all offseason. Blazers with 60.
I guess buy low. You can buy low.
Well, yeah, I mean, he shot 5 of 20 in the season opener against my Wolves. So not a good look for that. But at the same time, the fact that he's taking 20 shots, I know the team is probably constructed for him to do that regardless. I understand that.
He's on my hate watch list. We should make official hate watch lists. And
we could do Kanye's betrayal list.
Yeah, or like the betrayal list, yeah. But we should have 5 players on hate watch and 5 players that we're buying stock on. Well, we could have 5 players that were like in our vault, and we can buy and sell them whenever we want, and just talk about it at the end of each video.
Sure, but I think anyways, back to what I was saying, as I think Shaedon Sharpe is poised to make a leap because he's only going to get more efficient. 5 of 20, he's going to shoot better than that. Now,
so he's going to get better because he played bad. Like what is the argument here?
I'm saying if he shoots 5 of 20 and he still gets you 15, if he's that efficient, he's still getting you 15. Imagine what happens. Imagine what happens when that number balances itself out and comes closer to 40 or 50% true shooting nightly. Like, Scoot tore his Achilles. You don't have Damian Lillard. Your head coach is Tiago Splitter. What better of a time for him to just take off?
Scoot.
Now's the year to do it. Otherwise,
he tore his Achilles?
Who?
You said Scoot tore his Achilles?
Hamstring. I meant hamstring. I said Dame tore his Achilles and you lost Scoot.
Okay.
Scoot to a left hamstring tear. Gotta do the outro.
So what that said, huh?
It's 10 o'clock. IED.
We thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this type of video, go ahead, leave a like and comment and subscribe. If you really made it this far in the video, hit subscribe at this point. I mean, we're almost 2 hours into this thing. Just hit subscribe. We are on X. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. We are on YouTube as we speak and Spotify.
We are.
And we'll see you all in the next one.